Hey guys, Happy New Year. Can you believe it is 2016? I cannot. This past year has flown by so much. So anyways, today I'm going to film my top 15 of 2015 beauty products for you. I decided I would do a top 15 to try to just keep it easy, narrow everything down. And I wanted to include products, or not include, but I wanted to focus on products that were pretty much new to me for the year of 2015. Not necessarily brand new, but new to me. Ones I started using and falling in love with. And I'm also going to film just like a top 10 holy grail beauty products video later. It should go up maybe in a week or two. Because I had a few products that I wanted to include. You wouldn't be surprised on. But I'm like, I feel like it's so redundant. So I didn't want to leave them out because they're obviously my favorites always for the year. But I didn't want this video to be just all stuff you see all the time. So I went back and I watched all my favorites videos for the year. And I looked at some of the stuff that I had mentioned. But I also paid attention to stuff that I was using. Or I would use and get ready with me's. Or things that sometimes I maybe forgot to include. Because I do that. Sometimes I'll forget to include some things in my favorites videos that are truly favorites. So anyways, let's get started. And I do have a few things that are kind of newer favorites. But they were so good that I just couldn't pass them up. Okay, to start with, my first favorite of the year is actually the only eyeshadow palette I'm going to show you. And it is new to me this year. I think it came out this year or in 2015. And it is the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette. I picked this up sometime over the summer maybe. It's one of my picks of the month. And I fell in love with it. I haven't got to use it a whole lot since because I do my 1 month 1 palette series. But I absolutely loved it. I think I used it as a 1 month 1 palette in conjunction with something else, if I'm mistaken. It's a pretty much overall a really warm palette. It's all mattes, but they are so creamy and buttery. They blend really well. To me, these colors are the only ones that are even, I wouldn't say they're cool by any means, maybe just kind of neutral, but that one's probably the only one that's truly neutral. It is definitely warm tone, but if you just look at those colors, they're so beautiful. I ended up picking up the Kat Von D Shade and Light Eye Palette later in the year, and this one is hands down better. If you want one of those, I like this one so much more. I do like the Kat Von D one, I do, but as far as the blendability and the ease of application and everything, this one wins. And one of you had mentioned in my review for the Kat Von D, I said that it wasn't really good if you were kind of a beginner at eyeshadow. And somebody had suggested I do a video on palettes that are really good for beginners or kind of starter ones. And I am still planning on doing that video. I'm just trying to really think it out because that's kind of, it's a big thing to think about. Okay. Then my next favorite is my favorite bronzer this year. I picked this up when Sephora had their little VIB sale in the springtime where they do, I think, 15% off. And it's the Hourglass Ambient Bronzer in Luminous Bronze Light, which is the lighter of the two shades. I fell in love with it. It is so gorgeous to look at for one. But it has, you know, the ambient lighting powder running through it with the bronzer, so it gives you luminosity and glow. But it's not like, whoa, you have a bunch of shimmer or glitter on your cheek. It is just so pretty. I loved it in the summer because it gives you that glow, like the bronze glow, but also the actual glow because it is one of the ambient powders. I loved it. I used it so much. I haven't been using it this winter because I've been focusing on trying to use up another one. Plus, not that I won't use shimmer in the winter, but I definitely like this in the warmer months. I like it so much that I'm almost tempted to get the other one. But I think people say they're like so similar that you really don't need both. Hands down, one of my favorite bronzers of all time. If not my favorite bronzer of all time. Probably. It is so good. Okay. Okay, I have two blushes. One is definitely new this year and the other one is an oldie, but it's kind of new to me. So first off, the one that's new this year is the Too Faced Love Flush Blush in Baby Love. I picked this up as one of my two picks, which anything that's new this year to me was one of my two picks. And I really liked it, but it was kind of like, it wasn't love at first sight. And that's how I felt about the Hourglass bronzer too. I wasn't in love with it the first day I used it. But every time I would look at myself in videos or in pictures or days that I would wear this, I loved how my cheeks looked, and it just kind of grew on me. It's one of those neutral, goes with any kind of blushes, but it has more of a peachy roseness. It has more color to it than just like straight up nude. But I absolutely love it. They say they last 16 hours. I can't attest to that. I think something about my cheeks, the color wears off faster. None of the long lasting blushes really last on me that long. If I'm gonna want it to last, I'm gonna have to reapply blush. But that's not a make it or break it for me. I think it is such a pretty color. It looks like it has some sheen or shimmer in the pan, but I don't really notice that on my cheeks. I think anybody could wear this, whether you like warm tone or cool tone, because it's just such a great, great color. I love it so much. And the packaging is so sleek and cute and fun. I ended up picking up one of the minis that came out in the Christmas time, because this was my only one I had in this formula. But I've since picked up another one, but this one is by far my favorite. Okay, and then this blush is such an oldie but a goodie, and it's Tarte Exposed, which I've had it ever since it came out, but I would use it maybe like once, twice, a few times. I never just really got into it until recently. I'll put them up compared to each other. See, you can see this one is definitely more of a peachy, like peachy rose, where this is like a pinky tan, if that makes any sense. I have used the heck out of this blush this last few months. It has been pretty much what I've worn almost exclusively for a few months at a time. It is just, it goes with everything, but it's such a good wintertime color or fall time color because it has so much of the rosiness, but it is still such a neutral nude kind of blush. I absolutely love it. You can wear it with a dark lip, you can wear it with a red lip, you can wear it with a nude lip. It is just really, really pretty. Like I said, definitely not new, but new to me this year because it's when I first started really using it. Okay. I'll do two eye things. Okay. If I sound out of breath, I'm so sorry. I'm just, whew. I have like 2 weeks left to my due date, so I'm really starting to be, you know, towards the end. Okay, this is one of the Burberry eye color creams, and mine is in the shade Pink Heather number 106. I picked this up. I haven't been able to wear it a whole lot because I have been wearing so many other things. I will swatch it for you because I haven't been swatching most of my stuff, but everything else is pretty real common and popular that I know that everybody knows what they look like. It has that sheen. Like if you look at it here, it looks kind of like just a maybe kind of pinkish tan, but it definitely has that sheen that gives it that kind of purpley lavender like type of look. I would call it kind of like a pinky taupe. Not quite, because a lot of taupes lean purple, but this one definitely has some pink to it. It is just so pretty. I absolutely love to wear this on the eyes by itself or with another color. It's one of those like all-in-one kind of shadows that you can get away with wearing. It gives you some dimension, it gives you some color, but it's not so stark, because sometimes the cream eyeshadows that are really dark, if you put them on by themselves, it seems like there's just a lot missing. You need to add some other stuff to make some dimension. But that one is so pretty. I absolutely love it. Excuse me. Then this eyeliner is the Chanel Long Lasting Eyeliner in the shade Ardent 918. It came out on the fall or summer collection. But I have absolutely loved to wear this on my lower lash line. That is it. It's a really pretty metallic bronze color. It has enough darkness that you can, I like to wear these kind of colors on my lower lash line because they give you just enough definition that they define the eye, but it's not this harsh, dark line. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I personally, on me, I don't want just a harsh, dark line underneath. It's just a little too much. I don't even like to wear mascara on my bottom lash line. But this has enough darkness that it really defines the eye, but it's still just that bronzy color to where it's so light and, you know, warm. I love to wear colors like that underneath my eye. I have green eyes, so they really make green eyes pop. So if you have green eyes, blue eyes, maybe even light brown eyes, it would just really be a pretty pop. I don't know if it was limited edition, but a lot of times they're seasonal eyeliners. They aren't as popular as everything else in the collection, so you probably could still get your hands on it. Sorry. Okay. I have a few lip products. 2 are a little bit of a newer favorite, but you'll see. Well, kind of 3. Okay, first off were the YSL Tint and Oils. I picked up this first one in shade 4, and it's definitely not the brightest pink. There's another pink that is like super bright, hot pink, and this is probably the next step down. It kind of gives you that baby pink, and it looks that way on your lips, but then it does develop a little bit more of a hot pink. But I mentioned that before, that my lips, I don't know, they pull more hot pink when it comes to stains. And then I liked it so much, I picked up number 3. I can't remember what this one is. And the tube, the applicators really give you a false hint. If you see the gloss in the middle, that kind of tells you. It is kind of like the light peach. I don't think it's the lightest one in the collection. I think there may be one that's even lighter. I could be wrong. But this one is pretty much a clear gloss with just like the faintest hint of peach, where this one turns into like a really pretty pink. Not hot pink, but it's kind of like a bright baby pink. These glosses are so nice. They're basically like a treatment on your lips because they're this oil, but it gives you color and it has that wonderful YSL lippy scent and taste that the Rouge Voluptes have. It's just, they feel so good, especially in the summertime when you want something a little easy, but you like the glossiness and your lips may be a little parched from being out in the sun. They would definitely be good in the winter, but to me, they're just such a good summertime product. I tried the Sephora lip oil, whatever it was called, and it was not near as nice as these. I don't think there's any other colors I want in this because for the most part, they're all leaning a lot brighter. And like I said, my lips pull kind of a hot pink and a stain anyways, but these are so, so nice. If you have any of these and you have another color that you think I would like, please let me know because I do really love them. They are pricey, but I think they're so nice. I definitely think you can't go wrong with 4 at all. Okay. You know the Dior Lip Glow? If you're familiar with the color that leaves your lips, it's very similar to 4. Very, very similar. Okay. Then 2 products. This one I picked up in the Sephora VIP sale recently. It's the Marc Jacobs Moonglow Gloss. It is so pretty. It is like the perfect peachy nude. It has a hint of pink, but it is very, oh, it's so pretty. I mean, it is just, it's just a nude gloss. There's nothing fancy, no glitter, no shimmer. It's just a really true nude. It's not brown because a lot of nudes are really brown. Some of them just have funky colors. This one is just a true, perfect one, especially for my skin tone. It is new. I picked up in the sale, but I've worn it so much. And then this I picked up last year, and I didn't really start wearing it to the last month of the year, but I wore it so much that I consider it probably one of my top lip favorites of the year because it was just that good. That's one of the things when I was picking out these products. It's hard for me to say I loved it every month of the year because the only products that I necessarily used every month of the year are the ones that I'm going to pull into like my Holy Grail video because those are the things I've been using for more than 1 year and I use them all the time. Other things, there's just every season you have different favorites. There's things I like in the spring, there's things I like in the summer. So I wanted to pick things that were just like standouts to me for the year. Not necessarily were my favorite consistently through the year, but just when they were my favorite, they were such a standout, if that makes sense. So anyways, it's the Tom Ford Matte Lipstick in Pussycat. I'm wearing it on my lips today. I absolutely love this. I I can't even begin to describe how much I love it, y'all. It is so pretty. I've always wanted to have a darker lipstick that I wore. Not dark by any means, but one that just kind of made you, it was like a better version of your lips. Not necessarily my lips, but better, but just more color. But so many of them, I just didn't like the tones. There was some undertone or this or that I didn't like about it. I love this. I know some people compare it to NARS Anna. It is so much nicer than NARS Anna. It's similar to the ColourPop Lumiere lipstick, but it's still so much nicer. That lady here on YouTube, she had mentioned in the comments when I talked about this in my December favorites, she said there was something about a tone in this or the Lumiere, something that made this more wearable. And she was so right, because I had put on Lumiere later in the day after I had filmed that. And that one has a little too much coolness or too much grayness. And Anna, I think, has a little too much purpleness, where this is like the perfect mix of all of those. It's just, I really hope this is doing it justice. I've worn it in so many videos this month. I've worn it, I think it was like my Cyber Monday haul, my nude blush pics video, the Target beauty box. There's just been a handful. If it looks like this, then it was probably Ford Pussycat that I was wearing. I have loved it so much. Okay, then I'm constantly always using up lip balms. I use up so many. But this one I've used, like I used earlier in the year, but I've really just started focusing on it lately. And it's the CO Bigelow, my favorite night balm. I have to mention this. It is $7.50. I got it at Bath & Body Works. They also sell it at Birchbox. It is so nice. It's very thick. It's clear. I would kind of equate it to the Bite Agave lip mask. Even in kind of like taste. It kind of just has that sweet taste. But it is so much nicer. It really like heals your lips and hydrates them. It makes them look good. They look a little plumper. It stays on for a long time. I mean, I will wear this during the day. After I get done filming, my lips are kind of dry right now. I'm going to take off my lipstick and slap this on because it is so nice. I don't think it's crazy expensive for a lip balm, especially considering some of the prices of some of the, you know, higher end lip balms, but it is so good. So check this out if you're a lip balm freak, especially if that sounds good to you. You can find it at Bath & Body Works. Love it. Okay. 2 more makeup products and then everything else is not makeup. Beauty related. Okay. These are definitely end of the year favorites as well, but they were so freaking good that they had to be mentioned. First off is the Clinique Acne Solutions BB Cream in the shade Light. I picked this up in the Sephora VIB sale. They sell it in the skincare section of Sephora, and from what I can tell, it's exclusive to Sephora only. That's the only place I've ever found it. It is like the consistency of water. It is so thin. You definitely have to shake it up to mix it up. Well, Makeup at Tiffany D always raves about this. But her skin doesn't look bad. So when she would talk about how much coverage it had, I kind of thought, I don't know if it really has that much coverage, because her skin looks pretty good. So I was in Sephora one day during the sale and I got a sample of it. The next day, I put it on. I was like in a hurry, so I just was like putting it on in the morning time with my fingers. I liked it so much that I either went and got the full size that day or the next day. It covers so well. I've worn it in videos. It's one of those that I can put on my skin, especially like, I kind of want to do this video like a quick like no makeup mommy look, to where like if you're going to a doctor's appointment and you don't want to look like you're just really sick, but you kind of want to look decent, but you don't want to do, you know, eyeliner, mascara, foundation, bronzer, blush, the whole thing, to where it looks like you've done a whole lot, but you just want to look good. It's something that you can put on and people will wonder if you're wearing foundation, or people wouldn't know you're wearing foundation because you don't see it on the skin. It is so like skin-like. To me, it is the most, it's like non-detectable. I put it on, I just kind of blend it in, rub it in with my fingers, and then I'll go and get a little bit more and put it on the patches where I need a little bit of coverage. It's not cakey, it's so freaking thin. It's just, it covers so well. And y'all, I have some stuff that really has to be covered. I can't just wear any foundation. This covers better than any CC cream or BB cream I've ever used. The It Cosmetics CC cream I really like, but that is like an emollient thick. you're going to see it on your skin and it's not going to cover near as well as this. Do I still like the It Cosmetics CC Cream? Yes. I will probably pick it up again in the summer for sure. But this is so nice. It does not provide any moisture whatsoever. So if that's what you're looking for, this is not it. Have I used this without moisturizer? Yes. What else? What's I going to mention about it? I could probably get away with not using powder if I wanted to, but I do. It doesn't dry to a powdery finish or anything. It's just, it's so nice. And it says acne solutions, but it has no acne medication in it. It's simply, I think, good for acne skin because it is 100% fragrance free. It says for acne prone or oily skin, so, and it's oil free, won't cause breakouts. I think that's what it is, but it's not acne medication, and it has SPF 40. So please check it out if you're curious. It is so good. Okay, then this I had a sample of, and I liked it so much. I still have to do a video of some of the makeup products I got for Christmas. I got a gift certificate to buy some MAC products, and this is one of the things I picked up. So I've used it since I picked it up, but I was able to use it a few times with my sample. So it's a little, like I almost feel a little cheating by mentioning it, but it's been so good that I could not. It's the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Foundation, Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. And I have it in the shade NC20, which is pretty true to me and MAC. It has 0.84 fluid ounces, so it definitely has a lot less. This is such a good foundation. I'm wearing it today. It covers up so much. Now my skin has really, it's gotten a lot better, which I'm going to talk about that in a video too. But it covers everything so well. I use my fingers as well to apply this because that's what I've just been doing the past month. It's been such a nice application for me. I just apply a thin little layer. I might add a touch more there because that's just what I do usually. But it covers, I would say it's probably, I don't want to say it's full coverage because it doesn't leave your skin looking like you're wearing a full coverage, but to me it covers like it's full coverage, but it looks like it's a medium coverage, if that makes any sense. If you have not tried this, go to a MAC counter and get a sample. I think it is so nice. Neither of these break me out. This definitely gives me maybe like a more full coverage look than the Clinique, but I can also tell I'm wearing foundation, which that's fine if you're, you know, getting dressed to go to church or you're going here or you're going there or work or whatever. But if you're wanting to look really natural but still cover up stuff, this is the way to go. Not that this doesn't look natural, it's just they're both so good. I can honestly say these are my two favorite foundations of all time. I know they're new. I know that is like so presumptuous, but I love them. I don't even want to use anything else I have, and I'm trying to use up stuff because I love these so freaking much. So good. Okay, I'm hoping this video is not like an hour long. Okay, 3 more things. 2 applicators. This is the Beauty Blender. I just started using it this year, and I finally see what the hype is about. Lately, I've been using my fingers, and I've been loving my fingers for makeup application. But this is so good. I'm not going to talk about it too long, but I really get what the hype is about. It is a great makeup application. Since this and my fingers, I haven't even wanted to use a makeup brush. I'm tempted to like get rid of them all because that's how good it is. Okay, and then this is the Chanel Powder Contour Brush number 2. I picked this up sometime mid-year. I don't think I even showed it in a haul because I think when I picked it up it was kind of like, because I wasn't counting these as makeup products. I think I had just done like a bit of a haul and then I wasn't doing one for a while, so it's been a while. This is the Sigma Tapered Kabuki. So I'm telling you the size because to me it's like such a short handle. So it's like the length of one of the Sigma foundation brushes. I use it for bronzer. Makeup by Tiffany D has been talking about it for years. And there for a while it was like sold out. I don't know if it was discontinued. You can't find it. And I saw it pop up, I think on Nordstrom or somewhere one day randomly. So I went ahead and got it. It is pretty thick. It has a little bit of denseness, but it's not too dense because you don't want your bronzer brush to be too terribly dense that it makes, you know, like a streak. But it is, and it's not unsoft, but it's not like one of the softest brushes like, oh, this is so soft. But it doesn't shed. It just, as far as where I like to apply my bronzer, it applies it perfectly and blends it out. I don't need to use anything else to blend it out. It applies it and blends it all in one. It's just such a good freaking bronzer brush. It is definitely expensive, but I have quite a few bronzer brushes. And then I even have the NARS Eda brush, which I know is different. It's the contour. But this is so much better than all of them. Eventually one day I do want to try the Bobbi Brown bronzer brush and the Marc Jacobs one. But I absolutely love this. It blows everything out of the water. This has been by far my favorite brush for the entire year. It's probably my favorite brush I own. It is just that good. I want to take it with me and I always want to use it. If it's dirty and I have to use something else, I'm kind of ho-hum about it. Okay, and last but not least, the Clinique Take the Day Off Cleansing Balm. I picked this up, I don't know, the last third of the year. And it is just this white balm that you pick some up, you emulsify it between your fingers and rub it on your dry makeup covered face and massage it in, and it starts breaking down your makeup. Get a wet muslin cloth that's kind of warm and just like wring it out, not soaking wet, and just wipe the stuff off, and it removes all of your makeup perfectly. Now I do like to use an eye makeup remover separately because the cleansing balms are thicker and you can use them in on your eyes, but I don't really like to because sometimes it gets in my eye a little and it kind of gives you like that blurry vision for a few minutes. It doesn't like interfere, it's just I'd prefer not to. I like to use the liquid eye makeup removers, but I can use this if I want to. This has absolutely no scent. It's no color. I mean, it's just straight white. I don't feel like I'm going to hit the bottom of it really soon, but it definitely is getting there. Like I said, I've been using it a few months and it has lasted quite a while. You get 3.8 ounces. It's maybe around $30. It's definitely great for sensitive skin. I was out of town for about a week recently and I used the MAC Cleanse Off Oil, which was a previous favorite. And I could tell a difference in my skin being irritated as opposed to using this, because this is just so basic and gentle. Clinique products are really good for sensitive skin because they don't have any fragrance or dyes. Their ingredients aren't necessarily supernatural, but they're definitely not irritating. So if you haven't ever used a cleansing balm, or if you have and you haven't tried this one, try it. I also have the Colleen Rothschild one, which is really nice because it's scented so nicely and it's quite a luxurious experience. But one of you had said it irritated your rosacea, so I decided to pick this one up, and I use the Colleen Rothschild one very sparingly. I use it maybe once a week, but this is just my day-to-day one and I am in love with it. I like a cleansing balm more than a cleansing oil. A cleansing balm takes a little bit more time, but this is so worth it. It takes off everything. It doesn't break me out. It doesn't irritate my rosacea. It's just wonderful. So I love it. Okay. Whew, I gotta get done. I'm out of breath. I feel like I've been talking forever, but these products have been so good. I hope out of anything I recommend that you will check some of these out because they are so good. And the Holy Grail video I'm still working on because I'm trying to make sure I get my top 10 like favorites of favorites in there. And I guess that is all that you will be seeing for favorites for me for a little while. If you have any video requests, please tell me down below, because I'm trying to do filming for a few videos to have like in backup for my break I will be taking. So if there's any like skincare videos you want to see, favorite makeup brushes, I don't know, anything, just hit me with any request. I'm up to filming pretty much anything, as always. Of course, some things I won't, but you know, we'll see, so it doesn't hurt to ask. And that is all. I hope you all have a wonderful year, and I will talk to you later. Bye.